Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher for all your digital resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 non-profit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So let them help you. And they want to remind you to check out their YouTube channel at Nonfiction Filmmaker. Some of you have already done that, and thank you so much. Our subscriber number is going up just the way we like it. Salma Yusuf, thank you for joining the show. SK, thank you for joining the show. Guys, I need some help. I have no topic. To talk about, and I need your help to help me. So come on, people, let's give me a topic to talk about today. I just got done working out. A different workout for me, if you're wondering. As you guys know, where I live now, I have a pool. Hello, World Positivity and Change. Thank you for joining the show. I have a pool right now in my backyard, and even though it's night and it's a little cold, I decided to do 40 minutes of swimming, back and forth, above water, below water, back and forth on the pool, and that's what I just got done doing. So if I'm a little out of breath, I'm sorry. I got myself some lemonade here, and I'm ready to do the show. So we got a question. Smash that heart. And SK asked the first question about cancer awareness. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of info on cancer awareness. I haven't done the research yet. The awareness that I have about cancer is that my dad was a victim of it, and he passed away at a very young age. In fact, he passed away at 54, and right now, I'm 54. So, that's all that I have on cancer awareness, unfortunately. I will look up some more information. I will talk about it some more. But I know this about cancer. It can be prevented. If you think that, cancer is this big, ugly animal that we cannot control, that it's going to run us over, and there's nothing we can do about it, it's not true. Some cancers can be prevented by eating right, guys. I want you to know that. And some can be reversed by eating right. I've known people, not personally, I mean through films. I've seen these films, I should say, is how I should word it. Seen these films where these people have contracted cancer and then totally reversed it based on eating plant-based foods. And it can be done. So don't think just because you got cancer that your life is over. In fact, my mother-in-law just told me that her sister was pretty much on a deathbed. I think they gave her weeks to live. And she started doing yoga. She started eating right. And she lived for 6 months. So can you imagine if you start now, if you're young and you have no cancer and you start eating right now, you can prevent the cancer. So that's one thing to know about. Any other questions? Let's see. World Positivity and Change says, SK, I may be able to do that topic on my page. Awesome. All right. So SK says, my grandmother, my aunt, and my friends are victims of cancer, and they all survived. Thank you. Oh, awesome. That's great. That is great. Like I said, it can be reversed. So many times people think that just because they have cancer, that's it, their life's over. No, you got to keep fighting. You got to stay positive, and most importantly, you got to eat foods that uh, that stop or reverse cancer. You got to remember, I told you guys this. Anytime you eat something out of a box, anytime you eat something frozen foods, right? You are upping the chance of getting cancer because the preservatives in the foods cause cancer. So you may cause cancer, I should say. So you gotta watch those. Let's see. Salma Yusuf says cancer is a group of diseases involving abnormal cell growth with the potential to invade or spread to other parts of the body. These contrast with benign tumors which do not spread. Thank you for that information. The term, let's see this word, malignant, indicates that there is moderate to high probability that the tumor will spread beyond the site where it initially developed. These cells can spread by traveling through the body. Thank you so much. And Gavin's in the house. What's up, Gavin? Thank you for joining the show. SK says my grandmother had breast cancer in 2008, and then my aunt had breast cancer in 2010, and then my friend had melanoma skin cancer in 2007. Thank you for that update. And I see your request to come live, Gavin. Let's do it right after this show, okay? And DJM22, thank you for joining the show. And SK goes on to say, but they all survived. That's awesome. That is great. So what questions do you guys have about cancer? And I'll try my best to answer them. I mean, like I said, I haven't done any research, so I don't know how much I can help you. And Gavin says, what? Cancer? It means, and then that's all he said. So tell me some more. Sama Yusuf says, it's 1 a.m. where I live in Egypt. Oh, you're in Egypt. Awesome. It is, let's see, it is 12:27 here in Italy. Summer says she has to go. Summer, thank you for that information. Thank you for stopping by. Everyone smash that heart for Salma, whether you're watching this live or recorded. Thank you so much, Salma, for your information on cancer. We do appreciate it. I had a question. It says, but nothing showed up. So I feel great right now, guys, because I just got done doing 40 minutes of swimming in the pool. The pool was a little cold. It's starting to get a little cold here in Guam, in Italy, believe it or not, even though it's still summer. And like Las Vegas, I talked to my friends in Las Vegas, and they're having like 120 temperatures, and we're over here doing 70, 75 here in Italy. And there's a wind, so that also is a factor when swimming out there in the pool. But I stuck it out, and even though it was cold, I kept on swimming. That way, I wouldn't get cold. Barbie Dayan, thank you for joining the show. Smash that heart, everyone, for Barbie. And let's see. It says we have a question. Let's see if we have a question. It's from SK. Don't pull... Oh, I guess I'm not supposed to read this out loud. Let's see. So I'm going to read it to myself. Give me a second, guys. All right, got it. All right, so let's get some questions here. Who wants to be the second person to ask a question? Gavin, You have a question? SK, what's up? Anybody with a question? Let's come up with some questions here. Doesn't have to be about cancer. It could be about bullying. It could be about whatever you want. Like I said, just yesterday, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. All the days are mixing up for me. We had an actor, the Elijah McCappin asked a question about how can I help someone that's bullying. You could always help someone that's bullying. Just try your best to be part of their friends, to be part of their life. I mean, Almars ML, thank you for joining the show. Smash that heart, everyone, for Almars. And I'll send you a video of the Yankees walk-off last night. Okay. We'll cut that out. Let's see. Go to YouTube and did that. But yeah, it's so easy to be friends with people who are being bullied and to help them out. It's not that hard, guys. It's not that hard. Let's not make it a thing that it's this big thing that we can't do. You know, it's very easy. Ruby's in the house. Thank you, Ruby, for joining us. All right, let me see if I can find this great walk-off from yesterday's game. Good job. I'm glad it was Gardner that did that. I'm really glad that it was Gardner. For sure. That's great. Hope you guys can all hear that. You know, it's very funny because sometimes and when I'm in the States, I have these videos that I want to watch on the plane with me. And the pitch. Line to basic to center field. Here comes Gallo. He'll round third. Here's the throw. Here's the play. Yankees win 3-2. Brett Gardner, the longest tenured Yankee. Awesome. That's great. I hope the Yankees can do something this year. That's for sure. What was I talking about? I totally forgot what I was talking about, so I'm gonna move on. Okay, any questions? Come on, guys, ask me some questions. Gavin, SK, what else do you want to talk about? Let's make this an exciting episode. Let's not make it boring. I know it's bad for any host to eat while they're doing the show, and I apologize. But like I said, just got done working out, so I got the munchies. Let's see. Today, they won 5-4. They being the Yankees, says SK. So they won 5 straight and are 61-49 now. Awesome. Oh, it says it won't let me post that one up. I don't know what's happening with this questionnaire thing. Q&A thing. It's really not working out the way it really should. Hey, Gavin, what's your favorite team, Gavin? So Gavin says, question, did you have cancer? No. Thank you, Gavin. Good question. No, I did not have cancer. My dad did. A few of my friends have had cancer. My mother-in-law had cancer and she fought it. So good for her. And she won. And we just gotta eat right. My mother-in-law is vegan now. Good for her. You know, we it's a shame, but for some reason the information is not really truly getting out about meat and how bad it truly is for us. Um, and cancer um, is something, like I said, I hate to keep repeating myself, but it's something that can be prevented. So many people, unfortunately, they get it and they sign themselves off. That there's no way they can survive, they can move on, they can do anything. So they just give up. You know, your attitude is very important for your health. If you don't know this, guys, your attitude is very important. If you keep a positive attitude, uh, when things are not so great in your life, chances are you're going to come out the other side looking pretty good. So you gotta be willing to take those bad times and really just push them aside and say, yeah, I may be doing bad right now, but I'm going to come out of this okay, and keep positive and keep happy to get through to the other side. And it's no different with cancer. Let's see, we do have a question here. Okay, SK says, I looked up the reports of Glenn Norton, and this year someone said that they asked him to help them with a bully, and he screamed at them this year. So that means he is still president of the postal union. Yeah, he still might be. He still might be. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what he's doing, but I know that he's not doing his job. That I know. I doubt very much that he's changed and become this person who wants to do good by the members, and it's a shame. But that whole organization, the NALC, is corrupt from the top to bottom, along with the United States Postal Service and a lot of the government, unfortunately. But so what else you guys want to talk about? Any other subject? What did you guys do today? Me and my son, if you want to know what we did, we went to a 50s bar here in we're at an American diner, and I asked. So we went to the 1950s American diner here in Italy. Our first time there, never been there. It was nice. It was really nice. The food was really, really good. I would give them that. Unfortunately, it was expensive. And I would guess that it's expensive because of all the stuff that they had to ship in from America and stuff like that. But it definitely was worth going to. The girls ride around in roller skates, which is pretty crazy. That's got to be hard to do, to be on roller skates all day long. But we went there. We went to the 1950 Americans Diner in Italy today. Any questions about that? Let's see. We got another question. Let's see. How did you make it all those years through the United States Postal Service despite the bullying? Very good. Excuse me. Very good question. Very good question. Definitely, I got through it because I had no other choice, almost, right? And I got through it because of my customers. It's really funny because the route that I had didn't have a permanent carrier for a very long time. So when I came on and I started doing a good job, a lot of my customers on my route were happy that they got someone that does his job right and does it thoroughly. If my customers turn to me and say, hey, I'm having this problem with my mail, I would fix it for them as best as I can. Sometimes things are beyond my control, but if it was in my control, I definitely tried my best to fix it. Let's see here. And Almareza ML says, is manipulation a part of bullying? Oh, yes, very much. Yes, very, very much. Your bully will manipulate the way people see you. Your bully will try to manipulate you. And that's why you have to be confident and be sure of yourself. Because, like what happened with me, for example, thanks to SK, I found out that a supervisor said to me that I didn't want to file a grievance when I truly did want to file a grievance. You got to be confident in yourself. If I wasn't confident with myself, I would have said, wait, did I say I don't want to file this grievance? Because the bully is going to definitely, with his lies, he's going to make you feel like you are not sure of yourself. Like you, Ruby, yes, I'm sorry, Ruby. Yes, I'm so glad that you're back, Ruby. Thank you for coming back. He'll make you feel like you're not confident in yourself. So you got to definitely know yourself very well. And like I said before, when a supervisor turns around and tells you, hey, or even your bully, turns around and tells you, you didn't want to file a grievance, or you didn't want to do this, or you didn't want to do that. Try to figure out how what that person is saying doesn't make sense to the narrative. For instance, I broke down that person's thoughts and words that the person said by simply saying, well, it doesn't matter if I didn't want to file a grievance back then, I want to file it now. So enough with the talk, I want to file it now. Don't try to convince me not to. So yeah, manipulation is definitely a part of the game that the bully plays, and that's why it's good to know who you are. So many times, and even I felt this way too when I was being bullied. Like, am I doing the right thing? That's one thing you think. Am I doing the right thing? They'll tell you said something that you didn't say, but after a while, you start to think you said it. So you have to even if you have to write things down, you have to keep, I don't know how to put it, you have to keep your mind together to know if that is something that you would not say, like the supervisor said that I said I don't want to file a grievance now. If I know that's something that I would never say, I have to be confident and trust in myself that I know that that's something that I did not say. That's for sure. SK says, is letting a kid sit alone at lunch bullying? No, you're not being a bully if you do that, but you're not being helpful either. So you should, if you see a kid sitting alone and you want to help out, definitely go. That doesn't mean that you have to take on every kid who's sitting alone. Oh, this kid's sitting alone, so let me tell him to come sit with me. Oh, this kid's sitting alone. We don't have to do that. But if we do want to help people out in bullying, if you do want to live in a better world, if we see a kid sitting by himself, we got to do something. If you don't want to sit with the kid, maybe match him up with another kid that's sitting by himself. You see two kids sitting by himself, get in there, get those two kids sitting together, and then, go do whatever it is you want to do. But no, you're not a bully if you just sit back. If you see a kid being bullied and you do nothing, at least go and get help for the kid. That might be a little bad. I wouldn't say you're bullying, but that might be a little bad. All right, let's see. We got another question here from SK. How did you make it? Oh no, we did that one. I'm sorry. It says that you asked me a question. Can you play the? Oh, here it is. Can you play the Glenn video for the people here who didn't see it? All right. I will try. I don't know if I still have it. Usually, when I'm done with a show, I delete the videos that I used for that show. Here's a nice shot of. They had a '57 Chevy in the outside dining area of that restaurant that I was telling you about, and there's a picture of it, and there's the full version of it. I believe that's a 57. I could be wrong. Let's see. Ruby says she and my mom have always fought. Who in your mom have always fought? Oh, let's see. I didn't read this one before. I'm sorry, Ruby. Ruby says it's really a problem. My grandmother has always manipulated everyone in my life. Oh, wow. Abuse has happened in all ways, and I think she's a little narcissistic. Do you have any ideas on how we could help her? Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. Usually grandmothers are the staple, the main part of a family. I know with my family, my grandmother was the main staple of the family, and I'm so glad that she was a great person, because if she would have been narcissistic, like you said, or a manipulative person, she would have really brought the family down. So I'm glad that she was a very good person. So what to do? I would just try your best to talk to them, and maybe have a psychologist with you, so they can be like the middleman. Because if when you say things like you're very manipulative, grandma, or I feel you're a little narcissistic, they're gonna really that's gonna really make the person turn the person away from wanting to hear any more you have to hear, and maybe a person that can kind of be a median can surely help out. So let's see. Like I said, I don't know. I'm searching through my videos, guys, and I'm seeing if we have that video that SK was talking about. And it doesn't appear like we do. No, I don't have the video. I'm going very far back in time here, and it doesn't look like I have the video that SK is referring to. And I apologize for that, SK. But I do have this picture. It's an awesome picture of me doing aerial yoga. And I had a lot of fun doing aerial yoga when I was in the States. All right, let's see. We have some statements here. Let's see. SK says he will resend it. Okay. Ruby says, she and my mom have always fought. Oh, that's a shame. SK says he misses Pico really bad. So do we. Pico, we want you to come back. Please come back. Hopefully he's watching the show, even though he might not, because you don't need an account. That's a great thing about Instagram. with Facebook, if I send somebody something on Facebook and they don't have a Facebook account, they can't see what I sent them. But with Instagram, you don't need Instagram to see what people have sent and posted. So I think that's really good. Let's see. Yeah, the connection is messing up for me. I noticed that too. Thank you for smashing the heart, everyone. Please smash that heart, whether you're watching this live or recorded. Please show us some love. Me and the crew here, we work very hard at bringing you this show. So please smash that heart. Maybe you can restart the show. No, I definitely don't want to do that, SK, but thank you for the advice. And SK says, oh, NVM. I don't know what that means. There it goes. It's fixed. Okay, great. So he's back seeing us on the show. World Positivity, are you still there? SK wants to know. World Positivity says, yes, I am. And SK says, oh, good. SK says, no, don't anymore. No problem. But it's a very good questions you guys are asking about bullying, and I'm so glad. I don't call, when you have a family member that is bullying or manipulative, like Ruby said, I don't call that bullying. That's more a domestic dispute. And it has to be handled very quickly. And I think it's no problem to talk to your family members and tell them how they are making you feel. Just like any other thing, don't keep things silent. And don't be afraid to not talk with your family members anymore. I think that's a huge problem with people. They're being abused by family members, and they think, well, they're a family member, so I have to continue to talk to them. No, you don't have to talk to family members. It's a shame when you have to break ties with family members, and I don't suggest just doing it willy-nilly, guys, but you are what's more important, okay? You are what's more important, and if you have to cut off ties with a family member, by all means do it, because your mental health is more important than anything else. Let's see. SK says, can you play the Glenn video now since I've sent it? Okay, yes, I will play it once. SK, because we've done that already. I will play it once. Let's see. World Positivity says, I got a question. Sticker up on my story. Want to try to go live later and need a topic. Okay, awesome. And SK says, World Positivity, have you been bullied? Because me and Tully have. He says, me and Pico and Tully have. All right. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. We're going to play this one time, guys. One time. So please pay attention. Put your ears on now, because we're going to play this one time. Let's see.
That's how he gave it to me.
Of course he's going to do that.
Interview you.
Of course he's going to do that.
I
believe you guys when you say you didn't tell him, because I don't trust him at all.
Yeah, I didn't get, because
your email sure don't sound like that.
Huh? Yeah, it is what it is, Glenn. Yes. I'm not gonna play with you.
I'm not playing with you either.
Okay, good.
And that bullshit about you calling Manny and say you left all these messages. There was one message from you to get in touch with Paul. Left on Saturday, and he had not even been here.
For the whole week?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's on you.
Stop making shit up.
You got it, man. I'll stop making shit up.
Good. Good. Better.
You do what you want to do. You're not scaring me, Glenn. You're not scaring me, Glenn. You're not scaring me, Glenn. It's not working. It's not working, Glenn. It's not working. Stay on your side, Glenn. Stay on your side, Glenn. Oh, you gonna hit me? You're gonna hit me? You ain't gonna hit me. I know you're not, so don't try it.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. I know you're not. Well, let me let you know this. When you go like this, that means that you want me to flinch, that you're going to hit me. Okay? So you don't do the stuff unless you know what it means. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, huh? See how quick I'm moving, Glenn. You see how quick I'm moving?
All right. So that's it. So any questions about that? I'll take it now. Or Positivity says no. But I do remember hearing your story. Yeah, unfortunately, that's how some people act. They think that they can scare people into doing what they want to do, into not questioning their abilities or not questioning the things that they do. But I'm going to question. I'm going to question, and it's as simple as that. You can do what you want to do with me. I will protect myself by any means necessary. It's as simple as that. All right, we got a question here. Let's see. SK says, did you notice he made fun of the way you said, yeah, that doesn't matter to me. I mean, really? What are we, in high school? Really? That's what it all comes down to. That's what it comes down to. We're in high school now. And it's unfortunately, there's some people that just do not grow up. I loved high school. Don't get me wrong, guys. I loved high school. I loved it. I loved it with a passion. Some people hate high school for whatever reason. The studying was hard, whatever it is. They didn't get along great. They didn't know who they were, so they weren't good with the opposite sex. There's a lot of reasons why people hate high school. I loved it, okay? And but I don't want to return back to it as an adult. That's for sure, because some people just have not left. SK says the reason I think he backed down is because you took charge of the argument. Thank you very much. Yeah, I would say that. Not meaning to toot my own horn here, but to me, there's nothing wrong with saying you did a good job. And yeah, I think that I definitely didn't want to get into, your mama. No, your mama. I definitely didn't want to get into anything that looked or resembled anything like that. So I was like, yeah, sure, whatever you say. That's not how it happened, but whatever you say, that's the kind of attitude I took. And he had nothing for that but just to make fun of, or try to make fun of the way I speak, which is, you're not going to bother me, with that. How many times I walk up to people and I say hello and they're like, oh, you're from New York. You sound cool. You sound great. And you think that he hit one argument with him making fun of the way I talk is going to hurt me? Bullshit it is. It's just as simple as that. I never was that kind of person that, hey, I'm from New York, so, nothing you're going to do is hurt me. I never was that type of person. I don't want to become that type of person. But in this case, I hate to say it. Hey, I'm from New York. You ain't going to faze me with your bullshit. It's as simple as that. Do you think that if that argument ever happened, he would have helped you get your job back? No. Because even if only way he would have helped me is if I would have come on his side, if I would have been on his team. And being on his team means that I would have had to do some very shady shit. That's a very good question, by the way. If that argument never happened, I think he still would have not helped me get my job back, because I'm a person that's not going to play games, with people's lives. And what do I mean by that? If I'm the president, let's just say, of a union, we're just going to say a union. And let's just say a supervisor came up to me and said, you know what? I don't like so-and-so. I can't stand them. I don't like them. I want you to do me a favor and let's work together to get rid of them. I would have not done that. I would have said, sorry, I understand you don't like him, and that's great. You know, get him as far away from you as you possibly can. So I have no problem with, and maybe this is bad, but I have no problem with supervisors saying, okay, I want to move this person because I don't like the way he works. He doesn't have good ethics. I don't want to fire him because everybody needs to work, but I don't want him working on my team. I have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is when people manipulate and try to make that person look like they don't know what they're doing, so then they could fire them or so that they can use that as an excuse to move them. No. Offer him something that will make him want to move. You know, so for instance, if I own a chain of restaurants, let's call them our restaurants. Let's call them that. Our restaurants. I own a chain of our restaurants. The chef doesn't like this particular cook. Don't harass him and make his life hard so that he quits or so that he wants to leave. No, offer him something. You know, maybe he wants the weekends off. See if there's a position in another restaurant where he can get the weekends off, and then offer that to him. That's how I think business should be. Because I totally understand not liking, you know, the way some people's ethics are, you know, or the way some people are. You know, I don't like working with this guy. And if you're working in a position like a restaurant, believe it or not, you're an artist. Okay, whether you want to believe it or not, you're an artist. And as artists, we need the people around us to be people that we work great with, you know, and we should always try to work with that person even though we don't like them. But for some people, they don't do that. They rather just, you know, put their own team around them and work that way. So I'm all for offering the person something that will make him want to go over to wherever you're at. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't do that. They just harass and harass and harass and hope that the person quits, leaves, or puts in for change on their own. And that's not cool. So I would never, to make the long story short, I would have never made deals. I would have never, you know, sacrificed someone because someone higher up doesn't like him. And for that reason, he probably would have been like, we got to get rid of him because he just wants, to me, this is my opinion, but the whole Postal Service and the whole NALC union only wants people there that are going to do their bidding. If you don't do their bidding, then you're gonna go. You're gonna somehow be asked to go. Let's see. I was bullied by my boss yesterday because before I left, I washed the dishes and I thought I washed all of them, but I forgot to wash one, and he called me a blank, and I got angry. Well, if that's the first time, I'm going to tell you this right now, SK, if it's the first time someone is treating you this way, I wouldn't call it bullying. It's not nice, it's not professional, but I just would not call it bullying at that time. If it continues, then you'll have a case for at least verbal abuse, you know. But the first time to me is always just a disagreement, because I've been a supervisor before, and I've never talked to someone like that, but I've had arguments with people about their work, and I'm sure some of them said, oh, he bullied me. and it was not bullying. You know, to me, I've had supervisors, guys. I've had supervisors that when things go wrong, they scream and yell, but when things go right, they praise you. So to me, even though they should learn to deal when things are getting rough and not scream and yell. But to me, that's just passion being exerted the wrong way. But they should work on that. You're absolutely right. I can't prove it, says World Positivity, but I think I was bullied by my boss over medical emergencies. Oh, wow. SK says, yeah, it was the first time. Okay, he agrees. I'm going to quit and work somewhere else if it happens again. Good for you. Yeah, I always say that to people. If you have the ability to go somewhere else, if the job you're working at, like if you're working at McDonald's, not to pick on McDonald's again, because we picked on them yesterday, but if you're working at McDonald's, right, and you're not a manager, you just got that fries the onion rings. There's no onion rings in McDonald's, but you guys know what I mean. You're the guy that fries the onion rings, and you got a boss that's a jerk. Quit. That's the way I look at it. World Positivity says, gotta go, dinner time. Awesome. Hope you're eating positive. World Positivity, and everyone, please smash that heart. Whether you're watching this live or recorded for World Positivity, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for your comments and your questions. And remember to be kind to yourself, World Positivity. That's very important, to be kind to yourself, guys. So, SK, you got more questions? If you do, I'll keep going. If not, probably going to put an end to this one. So being that it's almost to the end, let me take off my Yankee cap, all right, and put on the crown. All right, the king is now in his courtroom. So what are we going to talk about? Ernest Chapman? Who is that? Let me see if I can look him up. Come on, SK, you're my boy with all the info. Who are we talking about now? Oh, Ernest Chapman. I'm sorry. Duh. All right, born February 28th. 6 feet tall, drafted in 2010. Was he drafted to the Yankees? He's a relief pitcher. Did he take over Mariano's spot? Let me know, SK. All right, it's Chapman. I'm sorry. It's funny when you see words, you could barely see words on the screen, and you can't put the connection to them because I'm trying to do so much, keep the music going, and think about what I'm going to say next, and so on and so forth. And then, so you don't really think, and then you look it up and you go, oh yeah, duh. He holds the record for the fastest pitch of all time at 105. Wait a minute, faster than Noah Ryan? Wow. I did not know that. That's very interesting. Oh, man. Yeah, it's getting late. So, yeah, we're going to wrap this one up. So, okay, so he says, SK says yes. Oh, wow. I had, let's see. Speaking of Nolan Ryan, nope. Here's something that I have, SK, though. Darren Larson. I can't find, so I got a Darren Larson card. I also, somewhere, I don't know where it is, I have a Nolan Ryan rookie card in a case somewhere. I don't know where it's at. But yeah, that's one thing I have. And then I have, this is not really anything big, but I have a Reggie Jackson signed ball that I keep on my desk here in my office. And like I said, I don't know where it is. I had a Nolan Ryan rookie card. Don't know where it's at. Oh well. SK says, "Oh, that's real cool. I bet it's worth a lot." Hey, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. This guy. I can't even read this print. It's so small. Looks like he started in 1963. So this is really an old timer. Probably played with. No, 63? No, he didn't. I was going to say he probably played with the Babe, but no, now that I think about it, I think the Babe was already way, way, way gone by the time this guy came in, if it says 63. But let's see if we can zoom in here and see if we can read when he started. No, I still can't read that. Jesus. Let's see. Zoom in here. Okay, yeah. 1953. Oh, 53. So in 53 he's playing with the Browns. Then he went to Orioles. And then 55 to 59 he played with the Yankees. And then he played with a bunch of different teams. And then in 76, the year I was born, he played with the Cubs. And apparently that's when he retired. So, yeah, that's my card. That's my card that I have. Bobby's 635999. Thank you for joining the show. But, yeah, whatever you want to talk about, you have a signed Chapman card. Awesome. Ball, okay. I got a story to tell you. So one time I was working for a nonprofit, and they wanted me to do a video, and they were doing a signing for I'm not gonna say the guy's name because I have nothing nice to say, unfortunately. But he was a Yankee. Okay. And so I gave him a hat just like this. And I gave him a gray, one of those silver pens to sign his name. And he signed it with black. And I said, you can't read that. So I just happened to have another Yankee cap on me. So I took that Yankee cap off. And I said, can you sign it with this? And he refused to sign it because he said that I was trying to get multiple things signed so that I can sell it on eBay. And I said, no, I don't want to sell it on eBay. You can't read that because you got the dark blue on the black print. Can you just put it on here? And he gave me such a hard time. And I was like, I can't believe that you're giving me a hard time. It's not like I'm just somebody walking up. I'm the guy filming this for the nonprofit that you're working with. So after I told him that, he signed it. All right. Then he and I'm just going to put it out. I'm just going to put facts out. You guys can make your decision how you want. Then he let 5 white guys with 5 balls. They went and bought 5 balls at the local store, and he signed all 5 balls, no problem. But when I told him to sign 2 hats, after he screwed up and didn't sign it with the pen that I gave him to sign it, he gives me crap about it. And that's always had a bad taste in my mouth. And I've worked with a lot of famous people, and a lot of the times when I work with these famous people, I myself am reaching out to the celebrity to, either be on my film or do something. It's either I have my hand in on it, or I'm working very closely with the person that's doing it. So I know how to get the attention of someone to either get a response back that, oh, I'm sorry, I'm too busy, I can't help you, or to get the person out to come to whatever function or be in whatever video I want them to be in. And I do feel like reaching out to him and letting him know how he made me feel that day. But I'm not going to say the Yankees name, but it's funny because they say never meet your heroes. That was definitely a moment of not meeting your heroes. The guy, I'm sorry, but to me the guy was very racist to assume that I want him to sign 2 hats so I could sell them. But then I didn't think anything of it until I saw these 5 guys come up. They actually told him too, we went and bought 5 balls. We want you to sign them all. And he didn't even bat an eye, didn't even question it. He just went and signed it for these guys. And it's a shame. And I think, it was a color thing. And I know some of you are going to say no, but I really do think it was. If he had been that way with everyone, I'm only going to sign one thing. I'm not going to sign other things because there were signs. I'll give you that. It said he's only going to sign one thing. He's not going to sign a bunch of things. And so that's cool, but he has to understand he made a mistake. I told him sign it with this pen, and he grabbed his pen and just signed away. And I understand that you're there, you're signing your name 1,000 times, right? You just start to become a robot and you just start signing. So I totally understand him just picking up the pen, not listening to me, and just signing away because he's trying to get through this thing, So I don't blame him for that. But questioning that I want to sell one of the hats on eBay and make money, that's stupid. If I was in that business, I would reach. If I was in that business, I would reach out to him personally, and then I would tell him, how much would it cost for you to sign 5 hats, 2 hats, 3 hats, and then he gives me a fee. I pay that fee. He signs the 2 hats, no questions about it. I know guys that sell stuff that do that, and that's how they do it. They reach out to the celebrity. They say, I'm going to come with you with 25 photos, let's just say, 25 photos that I took when you worked on a project that I was working on, and I got this photo that I took. I want you to sign 25 of them so I could sell them on eBay. How much do you charge? That's what I would do. I wouldn't come off and it's really funny to me because I bet you that all those 5 guys sold all those balls on eBay, and he doesn't question them because of the color of their skin. Let's see. This case says I have a signed Staten ball. Awesome. I met Giancarlo Stanton at a pizza place in 2018. That's awesome. And was it a Yankee player who gave you a hard time? Yes, it was a Yankee player. Can you send me his name in the DM? Yes, I will do that right now, and then we'll end this show. Let me see, what was his name? Oh shit, now I'm forgetting his name. Oops. Oh shoot. I can't remember his name right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a hint of who he is, and you'll know who it is. Yeah, I just remembered. Okay, so there you go. All right, so one last question. This case says, and Giovanna Stanton is real nice guy, one of the nicest people I ever met. Oh, that's cool. That's real cool. So that's gonna do it for us on this episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. SK says, oh, wow, I know who he is. Yeah. So live feed is brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization that reminds you to please go to their YouTube channel and smash the subscribe button, smash the bell notification so you're notified every time this show goes up on YouTube, and it'll be up there in about 72 hours, guys. So if you prefer to watch the show on YouTube, it'll be up there in 72 hours. Also brought to you by the Traveling Tech Teacher. Traveling Tech Teacher for your digital resources. And if you're a teacher, please check out Traveling Tech Teacher for any lesson plans, for some new lesson plans. New things are always going up at their site. So if you checked it out before, please visit it again. You might find something new. All right. So thank you, SK, for coming on, for being part of the show. Thank you. What's the name? Marvin, thank you for coming on. Gavin, thank you for coming on. Salma, thank you for coming on. Barbie, thank you for coming on. And anybody else I missed? No, I don't think so. If I missed you, I'm very sorry. I want to Ruby, thank you, Ruby, for coming on the show and for your questions. I want to remind you guys that anyone can be a hero. Anyone can wear the crown. Be kind to yourself. And remember, guys, I think I screwed up here. Anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to yourself and have a nice day. That's how it goes. Sorry about that. Bye, SK.